Tag TV and Tag Radio. Be seen and heard by both technology users and technology producers throughout the state of Georgia and around the world. Low cost, big benefits, powerhouse online branded video and audio has arrived. Tag TV, Tag Radio, there's a lot more to know. An early precursor of the concept was a subscription business model, which historians say was used in the 17th century to finance book prints. Some trace its origins to 1884. The American Committee for the Statue of Liberty ran out of funds for the statue's pedestal. Newspaper publisher Joseph Pullister urged American public to donate money toward the pedestal themselves as he promoted it in a newspaper, the New York World. In 6 months, more than 125,000 people had contributed over $100,000, with most donations being $1 or less. By 1997, fans underwrote an entire U.S. tour for a British rock group, Marillion, raising $60,000 by means of a fan-based internet campaign. The rest, well, you might say, is now pioneering crowdfunding industry history with nearly a dozen platform sites. The most successful crowdfunded project to date was an online video game which, as of this month, claimed to have raised over $17,624. Crowdfunding websites worldwide raised nearly $1 billion in 2010, nearly $2 billion in 2011, and nearly $3 billion in 2012. Crowdfunding, the collective effort of individuals who network and pool their money, usually via the internet, to support everything from disaster relief to political campaigns, startup companies to scientific research. Greetings, everyone. It's Tuesday, October 1st, 2013, and this is Tech Talk with Technology Association of Georgia President Tino Mantella. Up to the Tech Talk, Gene G. Wright, Managing Partner, Northstar Consulting, and founder of the Georgia Crowdfunding Association, producer of the first ever crowdfunding event in the state of Georgia. Some say the first and the biggest of its kind in the nation, Crowd West. Gene has over 30 years of experience in business and is known throughout Georgia business community as a top advisor for entrepreneurs, small business, and investors. Crowd West is a single-day event where you will learn how to grow and prosper utilizing non-traditional fundraising options. Gain the insight of the event that is reimaging the capital journey in Georgia this October 12th at the University of West Georgia Coliseum as Tino Tech Talks crowdfunding with founder of the State Crowdfunding Association, top business advisor and visionary entrepreneur, the managing partner for Northstar Consulting, and the producer of Crowd West, Gene Wright. This edition of Tech Talk is brought to you by GlobalSpeak.com, new media consultants, corporate video and audio communications, video and audio production and distribution, live and virtual event production. Tag TV and Tag Radio is a service of GlobalSpeak.com, creatively delivering powerful marketing, video, and audio solutions.
Gene, thank you for joining me on Tech Talk.
Well, I'm especially pleased to be with you today, Tino.
So this is exciting, crowdfunding in Georgia. I think we're one of 2 states that have approved allowing crowdfunding. So talk a little bit about what's happening with Crowd West and maybe a little bit about crowdfunding as well.
Sure. Well, Crowd West is a single-day event for Georgia-based businesses and students, entrepreneurs, investors, and faith-based organizations to learn how to grow and prosper, utilizing non-traditional funding options to democratize capital for their business or their organization or their cause. And our event's going to be held on Saturday, October 12th at the Coliseum on campus of the University of West Georgia. It's an all-day event beginning at 9 and finishing around 7, and we really hope to start a conversation about how crowdfunding works, what it is, and how it can help business owners get access to capital.
So is Georgia ahead of the pack on this?
Yes, I think so. We were very pleased with the Invest Georgia exemption, which really kind of leapfrogged the SEC in allowing non-accredited investors, which, by the way, is about 87% of our state's population, to invest in businesses located within their communities.
Yeah, which is really going to help to, if it all works, and maybe you'll give me your philosophy on that. If it all works, when it works, it should be a boost to supporting entrepreneurs and giving people a chance to make investments that normally wouldn't be able to make investments. So how would you respond to that?
Yeah, I would agree with you, Tino. Some of the research we've done is that there's one job created for every 16,000 or so in venture capital dollars that are invested in Georgia. So what we're looking to do is to use these alternative finance options for small businesses to put more people back to work and get our statewide economy back on track.
Well, I think so our listeners get a better feel for this. Could you just kind of simulate, bring an idea to life as to how this might work? So let's say that I'm starting a XYZ company. I'm going to sell new shoes that have soles that make you jump higher. I don't know. I'm rolling with this. So people want to invest in that. I'm sure it's going to be a good idea. How would that work?
Well, let's use your example of someone who already has a good business idea. Perhaps they've been operating in the community for a while, and people know who they are, and they know the owners of the business, and they support the business locally. What we see in crowdfunding is that business owner's desire to maybe grow into another storefront or launch an internet site or enter another market. And so what they do is what they can do is typically go back to the crowd or the community to find support for funding their business to the next level. And it can be on a small loan basis. It can be on a project basis. And thanks to IGE legislation, it can now be on an equity basis. So the idea is basically what we call social investing, which is involving grassroots supports in the local community to help our Georgia businesses grow and prosper.
So maybe we're not this far along with the legislation and how it's going to work, and I know that's going to be part of the discussion at CrowdWest, but so to carry our idea forward, you've got some people in the particular community that know the develop, make an investment as you might a stock. Is it that far along where you could say how that would work?
Well, we know how it can work and how it does work for a lot of equity and reward-based programs today, or excuse me, I should say reward and donation-based programs today. At CrowdWest, we're going to have 5 different platform owners that specialize in equity offerings, debt offerings, nonprofit offerings, and even a new portal that's just come online to do real estate transactions. So a company can go and list their offering. It's sort of a virtual business case. You know, it requires a video and some disclosure information, obviously,
right,
about the background and the business, and that is offered electronically across the internet. So Georgians can view the offering and participate if they decide that that's a business they know about, or maybe they know the owner, or they know friends of the owner.
So very good. We could probably spend another hour just talking about the other elements to this, like how do they get their investment back. But we'll save that for all the people that are going to attend CrowdWest. So, who's your audience? Who's your market? Who's your target market for this event?
Well, we're reaching out to 4 groups, 4 target demographics: entrepreneurs, all the way to small business or mid-sized business owners and executives. And our target there is to really begin a conversation about how you access these non-traditional capital sources through Georgia residents. Our second target audience are to the investors themselves. And the investors will gain access to perhaps new business opportunities they haven't seen before. They'll be able to connect with larger market products or projects that need institutional backing. And for CrowdWest in particular, the investors who are coming have agreed to share their knowledge and expertise with business owners on exactly what they look for in an investment. We've also got professional service firms that are involved, from legal to startup consultants, from accountants to marketing. Basically, the entire crowdfund ecosystem, or professional service firms that may want to get involved in helping crowdfunders from their own perspective. And our fourth target is universities, schools, and community centers. These guys, these partners have the existing financial, intellectual, and physical assets to really contribute to local community-based projects. They're always looking for ways to access grants. They're looking for great ideas to do primary research, and thank goodness they have the physical assets that they can contribute to hold these meetings. We're in the Coliseum at the University of West Georgia, which is a large arena built in 2012, and it's state-of-the-art. We're really looking forward and thankful to the University of West Georgia for providing the facility for us.
And you've mentioned this, just so people know, they know it's not just for West Georgia or for Carrollton. It's really for the entire, anybody in the state to come to this event, right?
Yes, it is. Our goal is, as you said, is basically to spread the word, to begin the conversation, to mobilize community, university, business activity across the state. And while we're focused on a grassroots initiative for the 7 counties that we refer to as West Georgia, the core message for all of the counties in the state is really communities helping communities. And we've been in touch with 3 other universities that are interested in similar events that they can host in conjunction with the local business chambers to really kind of focus on economic development in their particular area.
Well, that's great. Well, we're running out of time, but just talk about the specifics of the event one more time, and then are there any speakers that would be noted that you would want to just raise to get the build on the excitement here? Sure.
Well, the event again is Saturday, October 12th at the Coliseum at the University of West Georgia. Some of our keynote speakers will include Laura O'Connor-Hodgins, who is the founder and CEO of Now Accounts. We have Mike Dugan, Stacey Abrams, and Vince Russo, who've all been involved in or are involved in what's going on from the government standpoint.
Legislative side, yeah.
Legislative side. We have Rodney Sampson, the author of Kingonomics, and Rodney is very active with ABC's Shark Tank and is a great facilitator and believer in helping minorities and women-owned businesses get some exposure and education to what we're doing. We actually have a very wide selection of over 50 speakers that include attorneys and venture investors and platform owners in the state. So it should be a really good day to come down and really find out how crowdfunding can help local communities.
Well, it's exciting. Congratulations, and thank you for taking a leadership role in this worthy project. We'll be looking 5-10 years down the road and see what percentage of the total contributions are being made through the crowdfunding source. It's great that Georgia's in the lead and CrowdWest is in the lead. As far as I know, this is the first big event around crowdfunding. So everybody listening in should go ahead and take a trip there and participate in this event. We think it'll be terrific. And Gene, thanks for joining me on Tech Talk today.
Thanks so much for your support, and we hope to see everybody in Carrollton on October 12th.